Thanks to Dan and Jill Burke of Wessels, Dave Ring of Premier Broadcasting, Diedrich Bank.
Diedrich Bank would like to wish all of our local athletes a successful and safe 2026 season. We're proud to cheer you on and support the hard work, dedication, and teamwork that make our community strong. Good luck to all. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
Hi guys, Jill Burke here, owner of Wessels. We want to wish the T-Town basketball teams the best of luck this winter season. Come on into Wessels and try out our cold deli sandwiches and the hot items that we have for lunch. We want to thank everyone for their wonderful support, and go Shoes!
and go at them, and which we did. We wanted to take advantage of Randall being in foul trouble. But also the other challenge was, I don't know if you could hear it in the timeout, where I said, Kelsey cannot do everything out here for us. We are a team. The rest of you need to get after it and get to the basket and help her out. And I think that lit a little fire underneath them, and they got to the basket, and they helped her out.
You say that Kelsey was the reason that you guys got back in the first place. Really started being aggressive,
Yeah, Kelsey, we rode Kelsey the whole game, and so I'm like, Kelsey needs help. She's getting tired out there. She's guarding, one of their best players, and then she's also having to score. And Kelsey's a trooper. She's like, all right, bring it on. And that was her attitude tonight, which was great. But like I said, I thought Malia finally got a little spark, and obviously it helped Randall getting in foul trouble. We can go at him. But then after she came back in, I said, no more. We're going at her every time. And that doesn't mean just Malia. That means all of you would get to the basket.
You trailed by as much as 9, but your switching defense really made a huge difference.
Yeah, we switched defenses. We played defenses that we haven't played a whole lot this year just because.
Which ones, Lori?
Our 1-3-1. That's something not too many teams have seen. So yeah, I tried to mix it up a little bit. Man, we didn't go to our 2-3. That was another option. We didn't really do that. I decided to stay with those two, man-to-man, and then we have a switching man, and then we also have a matchup, and then we also have a 1-3-1, and so I tried a lot of them.
Talk about Malia. I thought she was also a big key in the last half anyway.
Yes.
And did hers start during the spark speech?
Yes, because also too, we kept saying, go to the basket. You can get to the basket. Because sometimes Malia's content to just take one dribble, but I thought finally she was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And that's what we needed out of Malia tonight.
Win for these seniors. Mount Carmel knocked you guys off last season. What does it mean for you to get that revenge and kind of bounce back this year?
It's not for me, it's for these kids. They knew coming into it that they wanted to play well against Mount Carmel. And, I kept telling them, we did play them in November of this year. We beat them by 5 on their court, 5 or 6, I can't remember. But I said it didn't matter. I said, we're here tonight to keep moving forward and take care of business. And like I said, follow the game plan, which they did, and they did a heck of a job. And we'll deal with Randall. What she gets is what she gets, because every film I've watched, which we've watched probably 10 plus, Randall seems to get her points. So we actually did a pretty good job with her tonight. We did have a couple miscues when we didn't switch when we were supposed to, and they had some wide open threes. But we also had some threes with us on them, so that's just a credit to good shooting. They're a good team. The girls beat a good team, and they should be proud of that tonight. We were just getting complacent, like nobody wanted to do it. I think that's a lot of it was like, okay, Kelsey's the only one that can do it. No, Kelsey's not the only one, but that's what was happening. And I think they were just let Kelsey do it.
27 points in 3 quarters and then 29 in the 4th.
Crazy, yeah. I know, they got some confidence, they got rolling, and we said take it at them, and they understood that I wanted back cuts and I wanted cuts off the ball, and so they did some of those, and like I said, they executed well.
You did a good job on the boards despite
despite their height,
and
especially the second half.
That was another big key for us, to try to limit Randall, because obviously she gets a rebound, it's usually 2 points. It's just the way it works. So we challenge, like number 10's a good rebounder. Allie got a challenge to keep her off the boards, really just to box out hard and go get the ball. And I thought that was something they did pretty well. It was more of a tag and go, and that's kind of what we kind of worked on. Tag it and go get the ball in the air.
Now,
aggressive.
I haven't seen all of your games, but this is by far the best I've seen Kelsey, the most aggressive I've seen her. Is this one of her better games, one of her best games? How would you describe it?
I would say it's one of her better games, but Kelsey put on a show at Civic Memorial. She has put on a show she can. Sometimes she just does it, but she knew. I think she loved the challenge of having to guard 4, and honestly, I think she stepped up tonight as a senior should, and she just loved the game. She's been studying the game film, and by golly, she took advantage of it, and she did a heck of a job tonight.
The atmosphere was pretty loud tonight.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the girls being able to accomplish what they were tonight?
Yeah, we knew it was probably going to be loud in here, and we had our board ready if we needed to. But honestly, we did a breakdown of a very simple offense, so it was working, and that way I didn't really have to call a lot of stuff. Early on, we called some stuff because they were so passing the ball and not really wanting to do anything. But then halftime, I said, no more. done.
You guys started trapping Hershey late in the game. Was that a conscious decision, or like made in the fourth quarter, or how'd you come
The trapping that was coming out of our trap, that we put in the trap, so that's what it was for. Yes, we was trying to get the ball out of her hands.
Gotcha.
Oh, she
Talk
is.
about
She's
kind
a
of making her not make decisions, you know.
yeah. She's a nice player who makes them go. I mean, she's usually watching her on film. I mean, just like pull up jumper. She can make decisions. She can take it off the drive. So she's a heck of a player. And I'll be honest. I thought Kelsey. I don't know how many points she even had. But I thought Kelsey did a good job, did a great job on her, because she is a heck of a guard. Now, you know what? We're going to come. We're going to try to play our game, and that's got to be our mindset. Play our game. What are we successful at? We need to try to do that. Obviously, there's a few things they're very successful at that we're going to try to take away, which we'll see what happens. We'll have a good game plan, I hope.